All right. Good day, everyone, and welcome to the fourth session of UPMC Labs iOS 101 Webinar Series 2025. I'm JR Pingol, and I will be your host for today's webinar session. We at UP Manila Standards and Interoperability Lab, or UPMC Lab, envision achieving universal health coverage to digital health capacity building, and appropriate use of digital health technology. That's why we are bringing you fresh topics, diving deep into the latest trends and challenges of digital health and interoperability. So I invite you all to join our weekly IOL 101 webinar series 2025 every Wednesday. In our previous sessions, we examined Google Health's Open Health Stack, which provides the necessary components for developing healthcare applications. We also discussed the Open HIE community, its objectives, architecture, and the implementation of a structured framework here in the Philippines. Good morning. I am delighted to welcome you to this engaging webinar entitled Bringing Food and Nutrition Information to Filipinos with Just a Click of the Finger. The Potentials of ICT to Inform, Educate, and Serve. The Department of Science and Technology Food and Nutrition Research Institute, or DOST FNRI, has enhanced its research and development through the IFNRI program, improving data management in nutritional assessments, services, operations, outreach, education, and administration. Launched in 2016, the platform has garnered over 7 million visits, promoting nutrition awareness. The FNRI plans to adopt Industry 4.0 technologies through the FNN 4.0 initiative, utilizing machine learning, data mining, AI, and cloud computing to provide tailored nutrition services and to improve public health for all Filipinos. Today, we will explore these innovations and their impact on making nutrition information more accessible, usable, and reliable for everyone. Okay? But before we proceed with the session proper, just a quick rundown of our house rules. Okay, this session is being recorded. By proceeding with the meeting, you are consenting to be recorded. Kindly stay muted throughout the lecture. And also, a virtual background has been provided to your email, so turning on your camera is much appreciated. We encourage everyone to please change your name for proper identification and please add your affiliation beside your name for proper recognition. We want this session to be engaging and interactive. There will be a Q&A portion after the lecture, so feel free to actively participate and don't be shy in asking your questions. We have three options. You can use the raise hand function, you can type in your questions in the chat box, or if you want to ask anonymously, you may use the Q&A button. And also after the webinar, please answer the evaluation form to receive your electronic certificates of participation. And lastly, please do not leave the session after the Q&A as we'll be having our photo taken. Okay? Okay, and to move on, I would like to invite virtually our C-Labs manager, Manu Gaspar, to briefly introduce UPM C-Labs community of practice. Over to you, Manu.
Thank you, JR, and good morning po sa lahat. Good morning, everyone. We would like to invite all of you, especially new friends and colleagues, to join UPMC Labs Community of Practice. Our Community of Practice, or COP, is now more than 100 plus strong group of experts and practitioners, all passionate about advancing standards and interoperability in healthcare. Over the bootcamp last week and the weeks prior, we've shared valuable insights and worked together. So please join our community. Everyone is welcome. I'll be pasting the link shortly po, so you can sign up to receive our newsletter and join our WhatsApp group, or you can scan the QR code that we will share or that is already on screen. So over to you, JR. Thank you.
Thank you, Manu. And so, for today's agenda, May I introduce our speaker for this session of IOL 101? I am pleased to introduce our esteemed speaker, a highly accomplished planning officer for at the Food and Nutrition Research Institute under the Department of Science and Technology with 27 years of dedicated government service. She is a cum laude graduate in nutrition and dietetics, holds a Master of Science in Public Health Nutrition, and is currently pursuing her PhD in Development Studies, specializing in agriculture, food, and nutrition security. She has authored several scientific publications on child nutrition, maternal health, and innovative nutrition programs, contributing significantly to national health policies. She led the harmonization of all ICT related systems of FNRI through its IFNRI portal and is a member of several community based projects like United for Healthier Kids, Siglang Pinoy, which is targeting farmers of poor provinces, development of the nutrient profile model, among others. Beyond her professional achievements, she has led impactful outreach projects such as Project Give, which provided nutrition education, feeding programs, and clean water access to underserved communities. Without further ado, to present us the bringing food and nutrition information to Filipinos in just a click of the finger, the potential of ICT to inform, educate, and serve. Let us virtually welcome Mrs. Devora Aguila. Over to you, Ma'am Beng. Good morning po.
Good morning, Sir JR. Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to represent our organization in this webinar. Sir JR, a while ago, mentioned that I belong to FNRI and that FNRI is under the Department of Science and Technology. So, just a brief um, introduction in case you haven't heard of the Food and Nutrition Research Institute. It is one of the seven RDIs under the Department of Science and Technology. Um, any matters concerning food and nutrition, ayun, pumapasok po sa FNRI yon. And by mandate, we have three mandates. We are mandated to first define the nutritional status of the Filipinos. So by defining the nutritional status, we are tasked to locate where are the malnourished. That's why we do the periodic National Nutrition Survey. And then after identifying uh, where are the malnourished, locating where they are in the different regions and provinces in the country, we also develop recommendations and policy recommendations, standards, guidelines, and technologies that would um, solve or contribute in solving the malnutrition problems. And then after developing recommendations, we are also tasked to disseminate the research outputs. No? So this activity is one way of achieving our third mandate. No? Parang ito ay part of our dissemination campaign. So that's why this is very, when Sir Doc Alvin invited us to present and be part of this, sabi namin we are more than privileged because we believe that connections and partnerships ay ano po parang part of the, in fact, number 17 of the SDG, no? So allow me to present to you the um, journey that we had when we started harmonizing all our ICT-based projects into one portal. So this is the IFNRI. I did not place my name in the first slide because I think all the parang part of the team, the entire FNRICT team should be acknowledged. So I'm just one of the members there. I lead the team to deliver this portal. Okay? So you might be asking, Um, Having said that, part of our third mandate is dissemination. Since the third mandate of the FNRI is to diffuse food and nutrition information and technologies among our various clients, the use of ICT has truly become inevitable to FNRI. FNRI's recognition of the importance of ICT requires an enabling environment that hopes to encourage open competition, uh, trust and security, and interoperability and standardization, and the availability of resources for ICT. Uh, for those who have used our food composition table, the manual FCT. For those who have seen the nutritional guidelines for Filipinos, the printed version, all these printed versions of the guidelines and standards that we produce, you might be asking, why do we still need to reinvent the wheel? Why make all these manuals, printed manuals, into an electronic version, no? Our our answer is very simple. Um, we live in the 21st century. Even before the pandemic, our lives are now online, regardless if we prefer it or not. It is not a choice or a commodity. It has become a common aspect in our lives. If you don't have an email account, Facebook page, or the most basic of it all, no? Yung mobile phone, you don't exist. It is simply the way the world now works. And it is something that we cannot dispute. If the same aspects apply in our organization, in every organization or institution, where an email address, website, or a trace of your existence online perhaps may not be crucial before, but now parang napaka-imposible that we don't have any presence online. If you do not form a presence online, you are practically cutting your organization off from potential clients. And in the long run, your organization ceases to exist. Let's dig even deeper. The health and fitness mobile and online industry are growing at an astonishing rate. Consider the people around us. Almost everybody uses the internet and owns a smartphone. I believe only a few uses the analog now. Health-based technology is almost everywhere. Wearables, mobile apps, web applications. This is not a trend. It has become an inevitable revolution. That's why in 2015, FNRI has started automating its services. The delivery of these services and processes through its IFNRI portal. IFNRI is a interdivision institute-wide collaboration that has several components. It has a total of 6 main components with different projects under each main component. So the first component is IAssess. IAssess creates, um, administers, and provides thorough analysis of anthropometric tests, recipe and menu evaluation and sensory evaluation online. Okay, so ito po yung apat na yon, no? So let's discuss very briefly yung uh, characteristics or services that each project offers. Help Online, it's an acronym for Healthy Eating and Lifestyle Program. Um, for the Help Online, it is basically a web-based resource hub which consists of up-to-date nutrition and wellness solutions aimed to promote positive lifestyle changes to the public as well as quicker access to nutrition counseling services. It is intended for students and professionals in nutrition and dietetics, public health, and other health-related fields, and individuals seeking nutrition advice and healthy lifestyle resources. Um, ano-ano po yung mga features under the Health Online? It has nutrition counseling services, nutrition calculators, tracker, food exchange list, Pinggan Pinoy, and several downloadable nutrition handbooks, posters, counseling brochures, and audiovisual presentations. The second one is Menu Eval or Menu Evaluation Plus. Menu Eval naman po is a web-based software developed to speed up calculation of estimated energy and nutrient content and percentage contributions of recipes and menus or meals. It consists of two modules. The recipe evaluation module, and then the menu evaluation module. The what is the difference between the two modules? The recipe evaluation module allows the user to compute the estimated energy and nutrient content and percentage contribution, food cost, and quantification of the user's own recipe. So for example, you wanted to convert the one serving version of your recipe into, let's say, you wanted to prepare for 100 packs, 100 people. The software has the capacity to convert and quantify the recipe, no, for you. The second module, the menu evaluation module, determines the estimated energy and nutrient content and percentage adequacy of meals naman. So, Menu Evaluation Plus is intended for professionals in nutrition and dietetics and food technology, food service operators, students, and individuals who want to evaluate their own recipes and menus. The third project under ISS is e-nutrition. Actually, e-nutrition, parang way back, as early as 2012, there is already e-nutrition. Nauna pa ito sa IFNRI. We just included e-nutrition as part of ISS because we wanted to harmonize all our ICT-based projects. So, ang e-nutrition naman po is contains the collection of the facts and figures. So if you wanted to have a copy, for example, of the most recent version of the National Nutrition Survey, you can check the e-nutrition register in the portal and download all the documents that you need. Or if you wanted to, let's say, if you are writing a proposal and you are in need of certain variables, you can check the e-nutrition and request from our public use files. So may capacity na gano'n ng e-nutrition. Anything that contains the National Nutrition Survey results, you can check our e-nutrition website. And then the last project under ISS is the ESEL or Enhanced Sensory Evaluation Laboratory. The ESEL is in 2016, the preliminary agreement for this project, parang intranet lang to, no? However, now ino-offer na rin namin outside, no? ESEL is an intranet-based program available at the IFNRI that offers a convenient, efficient, time-saving, and science-based assessment of product sensory characteristics and consumer preference. ESEL monitors the panel performance real-time with simple and straightforward interfaces for sensory analyst and the panelist. The second component under IFNRI is the iServe. iServe banks on improving the institute's frontline services to clients. It has two parang projects under iServe, the PhilFCT and the Electronic uh, Food Composition Database, Dietary Exposure Assessment, or EFCD-DEA. Let's begin with PhilFCT. PhilFCT, or Philippine Food Composition Table, is an online nutrient database that contains over 1,500 commonly consumed foods in the Philippines. It is intended to be used for quantitative human nutrition researches, dietary evaluation, development of food and nutrition policies, and promotion of food products and selection of agricultural cultivars. For example, you wanted to check what nutrients are there in, let's say, saba, no? Or ano ba nasa screen? Pineapple. Now, you can use PhilFCT to check what nutrients are high or low in this type of food. No? So, as of now, 1,500 yung nakalagay sa database ng PhilFCT. The EFCD-DEA, or the Food Consumption Database, presents the results of the food consumption of the NNS for researchers doing dietary exposure assessment studies. This portal provides detailed statistics on mean intake and highest large portion intake based on the food consumption component of the National Nutrition Survey. One key feature of the EFCD-DEA includes different database formats and information requirements as recommended by the World Health Organization, Global Environment Monitoring System, or WHO GEMS, and Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN. Now we go to iPromote. Ano naman po yung iPromote? No? iPromote has two sub-projects also. The ET2M2, or Electronic Technology Transfer and Monitoring Map, and the DOS Pinoy, or DOST Pinoy. I promote banks on the internet to deliver promotional marketing messages and food and nutrition products and services to our various clients. Ang ET2M2 po, since I mentioned map, no, so you can see here, if you will visit ET2M2 section, you will be directed to the different technology adapters of FNRI, no? Saan sila located sa parte ng Pilipinas makakabili ng mga ganitong technologies. For example, Nutriban, Enhanced Nutriban. Where can I buy the Enhanced Nutriban? If, for example, if I am in Mindanao, where can I buy these? So you can use the electronic technology transfer and monitoring map to locate technology adapters producing a specific products, no, adapted from FNRI. So it stores information that provides data on technologies transferred and diffused both in the national and international markets. ET2M2 is a useful tool for the entrepreneurs, LGUs, and NGOs, other stakeholders ng FNRI, in identifying the available technologies, products developed which are ready for transfer and commercialization. The DOS Pinoy naman po, or the DOST package for the improvement of nutrition of young children, features the malnutrition reduction program of the Institute, which comprises various efforts, namely the advocacy training, monitoring, and implementation. in addressing undernutrition problem among 6 to 35 months old children in the country through 120-day feeding of FNRI, develop complementary food blends and snack curls. So, yun po, no, ang ginagamit namin as an intervention ay yung technologies din ng FNRI for the conduct of the feeding. Okay? So, the fifth, main component is the I-business. Fourth pala, main component is the I-business. I-business enables the institute to link its internal and external data processing system more efficiently and flexibly. It has three projects under I-business, and these are the Service Laboratory Information Online System, or SLIOS, the Proficiency Testing Laboratory, or PTL, and then the Reference Material Laboratory, or RM. So ano po yung SLIOS? No? SLIOS delivers high quality and timely laboratory testing and consultation services. So among the test analysis that we do under SLIOS are the following: microbiological analysis of food and water, nutritional analysis of food products, various food chemical analysis, such as heavy metals and physicochemical analysis, and biochemical analysis of blood serum, breast milk, and urine. The SLIOS is accredited by ISO IEC 17025, 2017, the Philippine FDA for chemical and microbiological testing, and BFAR for marine products. The team providing the services involve a pool of qualified, trained, and competent personnel with BS and MS degrees in chemistry, biology, microbiology, biochemistry, and medical technology. You can also check if you if you are interested in availing one of the services, you can check the actual rates per analysis through SLIOS. And then the PTL, or Proficiency Testing Laboratory. This component is designed to provide more efficient communication with participants, especially in informing interested laboratories about the upcoming PT rounds. It is being used by the participant laboratories from registration for the specific PT round, providing results of their analysis and method details to viewing their laboratory performance and final PT reports. PTL is the first accredited Philippine food proficiency testing provider and it is an ISO IEC 17043-2010 accredited laboratory providing proximate and mineral analysis for clients. Yung RM portal naman, or reference materials portal, is used in the laboratory in method validation and assessment, instrument performance check, or as a quality control material that provides information for the acceptance of analytical results obtained from analysis. Okay? And then the fifth main component ng IFNRI is iLearn. iLearn encompasses the various clients of the institute with or without nutrition background. Ano po yung makikita natin sa iLearn? It has electronic nutrition games and the nutritionschool.ph. Ano po yung educational or electronic nutrition games, no? It has, as of now, merong food hunt adventure at Pinggang Pinoy word puzzles para sa mga bata. But kids at heart pwede din. While the nutritionschool.ph, ano naman po, for those who wanted to be oriented, refresh also the knowledge in nutrition, they can browse the modules under nutritionschool.ph to be updated. no? However, ngayon po kasi Nutrition School .ph will be integrated in another project, no? Later on you will you will get to know where Nutrition School will be integrated soon, no? But as of now, this is under iLearn. And then the last one is iTrain. Ano po yung iTrain? Since part of the third mandate of FNRI is we do training. We train various groups, no? Ang iTrain naman is um, a website that will give you an easy access to food and nutrition information, nutrition training courses offered by FNRI, whether online or offline. So ayan, yan po yung sample, no? It provides stakeholders and clients to make healthy food choices. Some features of the iTrain include webinars, recorded cooking demo or videos, nutrition, food and nutrition information videos also, and then interested clients can also choose to enroll online for face-to-face trainings. Yung mga face-to-face trainings po ay either at the FNRI or we do provide customized trainings. Meaning, pupunta si FNRI personnel doon sa location ng client. No? Now, why is IFNRI innovative for us, no? Since it is founded on the concept where the institute in itself is a data bank of various nutrition and related information, we see this as a parang opportunity to um, reach out to wider audience. No, we create and provide avenues, virtual avenues that will bridge the gap between the better informed and the less informed. No, we make food and nutrition data readily available and accessible to all of you. So instead of, let's say, clients from Mindanao, if they wanted to avail of the following services, they can already use the IFNRI portal and get the desired services online for free, except for the laboratory analysis. So, going by the success of the IFNRI, we um, uh, feel that we are now ready to integrate Industry 4.0, thus the um, proposal that we submitted in 2022 to PCHRD. And in 2023, we started the program maximizing the application of Industry 4.0 to food and nutrition data and service delivery, where we coined the project Food and Nutrition 4.0. So FNN 4.0 um, will not duplicate any of the projects under the IFNRI program, but will complement the existing projects, no? Existing projects under IFNRI. This program has 5 projects. Ayan po, no? The first one is AINA, or Artificial Intelligence Nutrition Assistant. The second project is ADDRESS, development of automated diet decoder and recommender system or software. The third is data visualization and analytics for innovation in food and nutrition. The fourth is MARFEL, or development of mobile augmented reality food models. And then the fifth is unification of e-learning platforms of the OSTFNRI. This is where the nutrition school.ph will soon be integrated. No? Okay, so just very briefly lang, no? As you can see in this slide, IFNRI is just one element of the so many elements of the Industry 4.0. While we wanted to to leverage FNN 4.0 program as an information gateway to heighten the capabilities of Filipinos in health and nutrition. As Filipinos are now more conscious of their health and wellness, a solution to increasing healthcare expenditure. So, just very briefly lang, ang Project 1 or AINA focuses on developing and validating an automated food recognition and dietary assessment mobile application system using AI to enhance current dietary assessment procedure. Ang address naman or development of the automated diet decoder and recommender system software aims to develop a system for creating personalized diet plans based on dietary patterns and recommending suitable recipes. So may integration ng menu evaluation system dito. While data visualization and analytics or the heat map aims to develop a heat map to visualize the hunger and malnutrition situation in the Philippines using, of course, the result of the uh, National Nutrition Survey. The fourth, ang Marfel naman, development of mobile augmented reality model aims to develop mobile augmented reality application as a visual nutrition education tool. The main output of this project would be mobile augmented reality app for 3D models. And then last one, the ULearn, no? Aside from mentioning that soon nutritionschool.ph will be integrated here in the iTrain. So parang ito yung magiging enhanced version ng iTrain, no? The main output for this project is the enhanced iTrend website and the mobile app for the site. Okay, that ends my presentation. Thank you. I think I am now ready to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Beng. We enjoyed your informative lecture. This morning, we learned about components of IFNRI websites like Help Online, ET2M2, eSell, iBusiness, SLIOS, Reference Material Portal, iTrain, DOSPIN, and others. The benefits and impacts of these components, and also the FND project backgrounds and its objectives and methodologies. All right. So now I'd like to invite the participants to share their thoughts. We are now opening the floor for question and answer. Again, we have three options. You may use the raise hand function. You can type in your message in the chat box, or you can use the Q&A button. Okay. Okay. I saw Sir Eric Agara. Okay, go ahead, Sir Eric.
Hello po, good morning. Good work po, Ma'am Beng, no? Sobrang interesting ng mga ginagawa niyo diyan sa FNRI. I noticed that you're also working with AI in your other projects, and I'm particularly interested in address since I'm also an AI specialist. If you don't mind po, could you please share some sample inputs and explain what kind of outputs it generates nung sa AI sa address? Thank you, Ma'am Beng.
Um, Sir Eric, thank you for the question, no? Kaya lang hindi pa we are still on our year 2 of the development phase. No, actually, the address is the point of convergence with ano naman, the group of Doc Alvin Marcelo. So, baka ma-preempt ko po yung uh, development team no ng address. Uh, I'm what I can do now is to uh, if Irene is the project leader for address. If it's okay if I will request Irene to contact you, email you if you wanted to get parang progress, no? nasaan ng phase yung development ng address. If that is okay, no? I'm sorry,
Ah,
I cannot preempt the team to disclose. That's why I only mention the objectives and then the final output that we are tasked to deliver at the end of the uh, uh, development phase.
It's okay po, Ma'am Beng.
okay, Ma'am Peng, we have a message here in the chat box. I will read it for you. Will some of the projects of IFNRI have open source APIs for other web apps or mobile apps? Example, inference or self-hosting of the model of AINA. I really appreciate the work of IFNRI on these projects, and I could imagine many use cases of the features of these projects and the opportunities to tailor it for different workflows too. This is from Sir Thomas Nicolor Reyes. Yun po, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Thomas. As of now, wala pa pong open source, no? But the best advice I could give, you can all, since we are open for um we are open for discussion, you can write our director and then request for these, for whatever let's say request that you wanted to get from FNRI, no? Hindi po kami pwedeng tumanggi doon because we are in the government. So yun po yung tip na pwede ko pong sabihin. You can either submit your request through our official email address, or you can lodge the request through the FOI, Freedom of Information Portal. Mas mahigpit nga ang FOI because we cannot say really no, no sa mga request doon.
Okay. Yes, Doc Alvi, you're raising your hand.
Thank
Doc,
you, JR. Ma'am Beng, thank you very much for your presentation. Congratulations. Recently, we hosted a boot camp. We invited some EMR developers and younger startup company, and we asked them to do, because our commitment in that ecosystem is the electronic medical record.
Yeah.
So we met with some of the EMR developers, and then we discussed the interoperability standards that we will use. At some point, maybe when FNRI is ready, because we already have a lot of these electronic resources, we would like to invite also the FNRI developers to our bootcamp so that we can see how the interconnections between the resources that we've already built and the electronic medical records that are now coming up because of the requirements of the universal health coverage. Siguro sa next bootcamp po namin sa June, we would like to invite FNRI and be part of the core committee. Thank you, Ma'am Ben.
Thank you, Doc Alvin. Noted. I'll put that on record na po.
thank you. Ma'am Beng, we have another question here. Um, what challenges did FNRI encounter in integrating digital tools and technologies into nutrition programs, and how were they addressed? Yan po.
Okay. I won't, parang hindi na po ako magpapaikot-ikot, no? I'll answer the question very honestly as I can, no? Being a planning officer also of FNRI, resources, no? Limitation in resources. Um, the journey to harmonize our ICT, before kasi watak-watak, no? Yung namin, ICT projects, no? But through the efforts of our previous directors, I'll mention po his name, Dr. Mario Capanzana, because he invested a lot of time and resources, no, under his administration here at FNRI. Resources in terms of, I don't know if in I don't know if in UP your MIS has a lot of manpower, but in FNRI we only have two plantilla, and the rest all our the rest of the personnel sa MIS ay puro contractual. So having said that, yung turnover ng mga tao na mahirap po yon because of the continuity, yung sustainability. So what we do during the time of our uh, during the time of Dr. Mario, he invested resources, no? IFNRI was developed internally, in-house yung programmer. We did not outsource. At first, we tried contracting the development, yung first leg of the development, but it didn't materialize, no? Puro problema po yung nangyari. Parang o hindi applicable yung outsourcing ng mga projects na ganito sa government. Because the process in the government, it goes through a series, endless revisions. And if you will outsource the work sa private company, magagalit sa'yo, no, kung paulit-ulit. So we changed the method and we hired contractuals. But even then, no, hiring contractuals also has limitations, no, because you have to um, always increase the salary, otherwise iiwan ka. Yun po.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Ma'am, can you accommodate at least two more? Last
Sige,
two more
sige
questions.
po.
Okay, we
Sige,
have a
sir.
question here from here in the Q&A button. In your opinion po, how can the introduction of Industry 4.0 change the role of R&Ds in providing personalized nutrition care and improving patient outcomes?
Mabigat po na no, na tanong. But I think um, there are a lot of uh, parang documents na citing that we can leverage the use of AI in R&D. However, uh, case-to-case basis, especially sa mga R&Ds where we need the expertise, no? We need uh, humans to deliver the services. So, for example, sa address, no? Uh, recommender system, you still need the human element, no, yung physical R&Ds to deliver and do the uh, nutrition counseling.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Ma'am, we have a message here in the chat box. Good day, ma'am. Great presentation po, by the way. What steps are to be made or have been made to address issues that may arise once the users are using the online tools from FNRI, especially if these users are from communities that may not be familiar with the emerging technologies that we have? Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the question. That's why we do dissemination campaigns, sir. We partner with different stakeholders. We also partner with communities, no, informing them, and parang we do orientation, no, introducing properly. We also provide demonstration if need be, no. We also have a lot of recorded sessions on the use of these services, no, online, to guide the users, no, potential users, para ma-navigate po nila properly yung mga services na ito on their own. And then if for example there would still be questions sa IFNRI website, sa landing page, meron po doon um, parang feedback, no? Where they can lodge their concerns, no? And then a designated staff will or checks the uh, feedback form daily para pinapasa po yun sa mga designated system owners for proper assistance to be given.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Beng, for that. Ma'am Beng, aabusuhin na kita. Last question. Maraming interesado sa FNRI ngayon. What role could IFNRI play in ensuring accurate calorie monitoring in relation to the QC's new ordinance on calorie labeling? Yeah. Any possible collaboration?
Thank you, Miss Camille, no?
From Ma'am Camille.
Siguro, as of now, I am not sure if there is parang ongoing talks with the QC team. But the menu evaluation, as I explained a while ago, the menu evaluation software can be used to provide or give or assess no recipes and meals no for calorie nutrition content of that food item, so they can use that. As to possible collaboration, again, we do not say no, we cannot say no to any possible collaborations or engagements with kahit hindi LGU, kahit kanino pong organization. Ano lang po, nasa proseso lang po. If we receive a letter, letter of intent for collaboration, we reply accordingly. Ibig po sabihin, we are open for any possible collaborations with whoever is interested.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And thank you all for your valuable contribution. We had some fantastic insights and questions from the group. So, before we formally end the session, I invite everyone to please turn on their cameras and let's have a group photo taken. Okay, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, thank you all for joining us today and making this session a success. Remember, the conversation doesn't have to end here. Once again, I'm inviting everyone to join our IOL 101 webinar series 2025 is scheduled every Wednesday. Flash on your screen is the list of upcoming topics for February. That's it. Once again, thank you. This is JR Pingol saying, catalyzing change one spark at a time. Let's keep pushing the boundaries of digital health together. Have a wonderful day and see you next Wednesday. Bye.